Tap this down. Let's see here. We got a T-handle behind it, the big one. It's on the left, one back. More control with it this way. It's not cutting much, you can tell. At the bottom down there. So maybe we didn't get 5/12 to it. Cut that much metal out. It's like a new hole now. Just cut all the nasty looking threads out. See how them made it nice and clean and sharp now?
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay, we still have a little bit of residue of oil in there. So let's see what we got. The Harley tap appears to be going. Harley tap, Harley stud. Goes in all the way. With adequate tension on it. So I think we need a 5/over tap for Colony. Because that went in there pretty easy compared to what this one's going to be. Not bad actually. About the same. Perfect. 3's better than 5. 5 would have been kind of loose.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice firm fit all the way down. It's not digging in anywhere. Before we go down about 3-4 turns and it would start getting really hard. Now it goes in pretty evenly all the way down. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put a little Loctite on here. If we can get it to come out. Some in there now. So we needed 450, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to get out here quick before the Loctite sets up. Otherwise you're going to be screwed. $480. $456. $454 on that one. $451 that way. All right, that one is nice and firm and even. And good. So the 3/over tap is the key. So that dumbass told me once you tap the hole, yeah, right. Sure glad you told me that. If you went back and watched the video before, you would have saw we tapped the hole already. All right, now that was the Colony stud. So this is the other one. This is a Harley. Harley I don't think will go in without being tapped. It might. What do you think the percentage is going to be that's going to go in?
I'm going to give it a 45% chance it'll go in, but hard.
Oh, it's going to go hard. I was 50-50 on it. it's going to break. $510. This is where I broke the other one off.
Yeah.
I don't know much more than that. 477. Tight. 54. I'm not going anymore. So the Harley stud didn't go in with a standard at the top. Colony, 3 over. They do not put that in the instruction sheet when you got the tap. The studs. Where's the studs at? Is that in the instruction sheet right there that you need to put a 3 over tap in the hole?
Not in this package.
Didn't quite make that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, every colony stud I use is the same problem. They're big. If your heads have got bad threads in it, that's good, but if you have good heads, it sucks. Okay, so now we got the plan down. What was that plan? Get the job done.
Right.
Plan. Where's my tap at? Here it is. Okay, so now I'm going to take the 3 over stud again. Stud, tap. Can't tell the difference between stud and tap. They look the same.
They both had threads. Yeah.
Yeah, they got threads on them. They go in. Okay, after you get too much like that, see how the tap wants to break off, so you got to start going equally like this. Otherwise you break stuff. We're at the bottom of the hole now. So there's about one more turn after we hit the bottom of the hole. And then go down deeper. About the same amount of stuff we cut out the last one. Seems to be the deal. Now the STD aluminum is very tough aluminum, so it doesn't really give away like a soft Harley head would. So that's probably another reason why we have to definitely go oversize. Soft Harley aluminum would just mush out of the way. Turn a half on that one. Hear the difference when I hit the bottom, the cut. Okay, same amount again. Very similar amounts of aluminum coming out. No product placement. There we go. I think I'm advertising for somebody.
Right.
Let's see, studs, where they at? So to put the studs in, you use 2 nuts. Preferably good ones. These are grade 5. Make sure the top of the stud's above the nuts and you get a accurate measurement. Tighten them up. So if you go on this side, it loosens. If you go on this side over here, it tightens. See? Some people can't figure this out. I don't know why.
It's tricky stuff.
Yeah, called grip strength. Okay, so now we're going to see if we can power drive these things in there in one shot without changing anything. Once again, we put a little bit in the head, so when you put the stud in there, force it right on down in there. Because most of the stuff on the outside stays on the outside. That's not a good sign. Stopped at half a turn. That is not good. Oh, that thing is going to be hard to go in there all the way. That ain't going to go in. That one needs a 5 over. So probably the only reason that one worked so good is because that was a screwed up thread. Let's see if we can get to going this way. So it looks like it wants to be a 5 over tap. Oh, that thing is going to be a pain in the ass to get down that far. That ain't going to make it. That's going in tight. It might make it. I doubt it. What's the torque on that?
A lot.
Alright. Oh, the stud didn't come out. That was not the stud moving, that was the nuts unscrewing. Now we have a problem. Tore up the threads. I thought the stud was coming out. Nope. It's not coming. Yep. That was in there. So that's going to take some heat. So now instead of Loctite, we can use assembly lube. That was already, screw it. Loctite doesn't work too good on assembly lube. Now I tried heating up the head earlier last time, and that's when I broke the stud off. So. See, assembly lube is the answer. See, it's for assembly.
Exactly.
Loctite is for not going in all the way. So we're going to save some money on Loctite and spend it on assembly lube. 725, 720. $48. That'll work. Okay, so I'm going to have to heat the head up to melt the Loctite and try to get that other one out. So it looks like the answer is going to be no Loctite. And just use assembly lube. So we'll try 2 more studs and see if that works. Because obviously, that other one ain't happy. After I figure out what I'm going to do here, I got how many heads I got to do?
Oh, 6 heads.
Me on the floor. Yeah, we got 2 sets of these to do because we already did your set. We used Harley studs in yours, right?
No. They were a combination.
Combination of Harley, that other.
Well, one of the heads was stock Harley and the other one was aftermarket
Ah.
that I robbed the studs from.
Yeah, but we put them in STD heads though.
Mm-hmm.
They were used parts though, so that made a difference, I guess. So if you want to use Loctite on the stud, we're going to have to get a 5/over tap. But I'm alright with a 3/over tap and no Loctite. Assembly loop. Assuming we get these next two go right in like they're supposed to. You know that one's not. I just cut the top of the stud off, call it done, right?
Exactly.
That's how dumbass want to do anything, do it. It's like leaving one broken stud. Yeah, you don't need all those. Three's fine. The extras, you don't need all those.
Exactly. You only need a couple of threads.
Two's all you really need.
Yeah.
Okay. Two more. This does wear out nuts too. Those two nuts there are getting not too happy. Okay, pushing above the top. Special lubricant. Actually, this is an assembly lube I'm using right now. This is tapping fluid. Assembly lube's over there. Yeah, this is definitely tight enough. That's some footage. That's some foot-pounds there. 91. $69. 47. Yep, 53. 55. 38. What the hell happened there? 50. It's all about the angle you hold it. 56. 53. Can't be 3,000. How good job is that? 52. 53. Damn. Are the nuts moving or the stud moving? 52. If you moved it twice and it hasn't moved yet, what's that tell you?
It's not going to move.
You need to tighten the nuts up some more. It means it's not where it wants to be, that's what it means. 48. Had to tighten the nuts down some more. See, once it locked, it didn't want to break free again. So, I think we're going to try the assembly lube on the next one and see if it works better. I'm going to do a lubricant test here and see which one is better material. Which one do you think is going to work better?
Probably assembly lube.
Probably. Cutting fluid's made to do one thing, assembly lube's made to do another.
Yeah, exactly.
That MPZ and the assembly lube is going to make it work a lot better. You know what the M in torque was for, MPZ?
No idea.
Moly. Good stuff. Liquid moly. P is probably phosphorus. Oop. I don't know what the Z is. Zinc maybe? Probably zinc. Same stuff you put in oil to make it work good. Not much difference. $87. Jeez, I'm way up there. $79. It didn't move again. I don't think there's much difference. Nope. Pretty well stopped. So tighten it. Go to as a unit. Should be able to get more torque. 45. That's been moved. 49. Yeah, they're not much difference in two oils. About the same. They locked once they stopped moving. See the marks on the studs when they're not happy. Alright, well there you go. We got some more to do. I'm back later. Alright, I got the heads all back together here. So I've got the studs installed where they belong. Damn white. So the one that was in there, locked up in there, I heated the head up with a torch. Melted the Loctite. Once you hit about 325 to 350, the Loctite melts and then the stud will come free. Plus the head expands slightly, but anyway, it came out pretty easy. So I went and got a new rocker arm, laid up in here so you can see how high the threads are sticking up. So you got plenty of room to put a real locking nut up on there, full thread, without a problem. And you can put your pads on here and they'll hit against here and top of the studs. So the felt should work pretty good also. When you only got like that many threads there, it's kind of tight on getting a nut in there. So this is a lot better at this height. If you're at 450, you'd be down 50 thou, so you'd be about to here. So that'd be 1/400 tall, which is still would work, but a little low. 1.5 inches getting pretty high, so that 1/450 number is pretty good. And you can see how the thread is basically bottomed out in the head. It's like half a thread on there. So 450 works pretty good. So anyway, there you go. That's what they look like. And there's a new rocker. Banged on there pretty hard. Alright, that's it for that. Time to move on to another set over there.